Morning again.
It seems like only yesterday that Nik Kershaw was playing guitar on Top of the Pops. Here we go, with rolled up, shiny sleeves. They were gloves, weren't they?
There were gloves,
Were
yeah.
they gloves?
There were gloves.
That's
okay,
good
I think we're going to have
memory,
a look. And he was a teen idol, of course, dominating the singles charts in 1984. 50 weeks in the charts.
Yes, after years spent writing and producing for the likes of Elton John, Nik is about to go on tour with a new album. Before we speak to him, let's do my favourite thing on the programme, remind him and ourselves of his hits.
I can hardly wait.
But you know, what's been lovely is sitting here and listening to you two comparing your hairstyles, mullets.
Yeah, yeah.
How grand was that the peak of your mullet?
No, I think there was a video called Don Quixote. That was where it reached its dizzy heights. Yeah, that's as big as it got.
Oh, wonderful! Happy days. It takes me right back.
No, I was just thinking, if when I'm on my deathbed and my life is flashing before me, I hope those aren't the images that I see.
I'm afraid to say.
No, I don't want to see that again.
Oh no, it's great stuff. So you spent 50 weeks in the charts. That's kind of legendary.
Apparently,
isn't it?
so I'm told. Yeah, because I had 2 albums out in 9 months, which is a bit nuts, really.
And fill in some gaps for us, because we do this awful thing sometimes. We sort of 1984 there, and here we are in 2012, and we always say, what have you been doing all that time? But you are a songwriter, and you've written songs for lots of other people.
Yeah, I did that for about... I'd stopped recording in 1989, and I produced and wrote songs for about 9 years, I guess.
And for whom? Who were the people we would know?
I don't... I wrote...
You can do some name dropping.
I guess,
okay.
no, there's not huge names. I sang a duet with Elton and produced that, and I wrote that song. I did Chesney Hawkes, the one and only. I wrote with Ronan Keating and Gary Barlow. We probably wrote the worst song we've ever written together. That was pretty good. And then I would Cliff Richard, Bonnie Tyler. I don't know. My mind's gone blank.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because having seen, you a brilliant performer and all of the rest of it. Is it difficult to give away the songs, or do you feel?
No, not at all. No, I just, especially with the Chesney one, people ask me if I regret letting that one go, but it was never written for me, and I just, I'm sitting at home watching it fly up the charts, and Chesney's getting all the stick and doing all the work. I'm thinking, this is brilliant.
It's become quite an anthem, sort of a song, that one, hasn't it?
It has, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I do perform it myself.
Do you?
Yeah.
And tell us about the new stuff, because what's kind of brought you back to the table in terms of performing yourself?
Well, I started making records again in '98. I've had sort of 3 albums since. This is number 8 in total, and it's called 8, funny enough. I just get the urge every now and again. I just sit down in front of in the studio with guitar, computer, gear, and I think about time I made a new album.
The new single, it's called The Sky's the Limit.
Yeah.
Should we have a little look?
Why not?
So that's a kind of pared down thing. It's funny, Ryan was talking about that a moment ago. He wanted to go in the studio, him and his guitar.
Yeah.
So that's that way you like to work? Because previously, I'm assuming there's quite a lot of electronics involved.
Well, there is in that one. That's actually a remix from the album version. But I'm a guitar player, so that's kind of how it works. That's the easiest thing to do for me. Yeah.
Ryan's had a lucky break in many ways.
Yeah.
Britain's Got Talent. What were you doing when you were 19?
I was working in an unemployment benefit office when I was 19.
So you were employed trying to find other people jobs?
Yes, absolutely.
Were you successful at that?
Oh no! In fact, I didn't find. I just dished out the dole. Is what I did.
Okay.
No, I was at the sharp end. I got chairs thrown at me and stuff.
And did you, at that point, I mean, were you despairing of, presumably in your head you're thinking, this is not where I want to be, I want to do music. Were you despairing of what might happen to change that?
Not really. I just was going with the flow. I mean, I had a band I was playing with at the time, and I just kind of got discovered by a local pro band who headhunted me, and yeah, and then I started playing with that band for about 3 years.
Tell me, there's something about the 80s music and the stars who are around there. People hold in particular affection. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because there is, isn't there?
I do, yeah. I don't know why it is, though. I don't really understand it. I mean, every decade is going to have its revival period and stuff, and people are going to go back and they all want to feel 16 again. But
this is very much the 80s at the moment, isn't it?
Well, it has been since when I made the record in '98. I was accused of jumping on the 80s revival bandwagon. You know, so it's been going since then. And
you're going on tour. So who comes to the gigs?
Oh, everybody.
Is it parents with their children as well, or how does it work?
Yeah, it's the old guard, and they bring their kids. But there's a new bunch as well. I mean, some of them don't even know the old stuff that well. They've sort of been following me since '98. Yeah.
And Nick's website is worth a visit as well, I can tell you that, because it's quite whimsical.
It's the heavy doses of irony that I like. And there are some truths, mostly truths, but some untruths. I've got to go. Nick.
Lovely to see you this morning. Thank you.
The new album is out on the 6th of August. He's on tour across the UK in September. That's it for this morning. I will be back tomorrow when we'll have all the latest on the golf and roll, Lytham St Anne's, and we'll keep an eye, of course, on the final stages of the Tour de France. Bradley Wiggins getting closer to victory. As promised, Ryan O'Shaughnessy, who was talking to us a short time ago, will perform live for us now the song No Name. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.